I don't.
Neither am I.
West Coast guy, AEG is out of LA Stadium sweepstakes. That's Anschutz. Phil Anschutz has decided he's not going to build a stadium in LA. Who you got? Do you think the St. Louis Rams, or do you care, or the Chargers or the Raiders, or who do you think will end up in Los Angeles?
Ooh, I think the Chargers will. I don't think there's a ton of support for them in San Diego, but it's similar in Oakland, and they both actually have really bad stadiums. Playing in either of those stadiums, you guys have covered there. The stadiums are dilapidated. They need an upgrade, but I feel like. Yeah, cool.
I like that. And he stopped. I mean, he just stopped.
Yeah, it's over, man.
I disagree. I think San Diego's going to figure out how to get it done because now the threat is real that they could move. San Diego's going to stay in San Diego. The Raiders won't have a partner to build a new stadium in LA. I think Kroenke's going to end up building a stadium and moving the Rams.
I think there are going to be two teams. And Nate touched on a subject that I always thought was funny. Those are the last two teams to actually have grass in the middle of the field, and how it affected players because you go from grass to dirt to grass and kickers and all that kind of stuff. I think the Raiders and the Rams are going to end up in Los Angeles.
So they'll share the stadium.
Yep.
Okay. Next, is all the player movement in sports a good thing? We just talked about that a little bit. You go first.
I thought that Curt Flood, when he challenged the reserve clause in baseball, that we live in a country where we outlawed slavery. I think that you should have the right to move. Now, that's not good for fans who, when I was a kid, developed long-term relationships with the Stan Musials of the world, St. Louis. But I think that in this country, you should be allowed to move after your contract ends.
I think it's good. I think it's good for the players to have the choice to be able to shop their talents and go to the teams that want them most. I just wish that there was a way that they could stay in the cities they are a little longer, and that the teams that they were on wanted them more than the other teams, and that they wanted to stay. And it shows kind of a perpetual state of dissatisfaction that a lot of these athletes have, kind of wanting something else. And but I think it's good for the league.
I think it's tough, very tough for fans, and fans pay the way for these guys. You have to start learning how to root for the name on the front of the shirt instead of the back of the shirt. And I think you lose something. The players don't get integrated into the community. They don't become a part of the community. I don't know how many people care about that, but I think it's great for the players. I don't think it's good for the fans.
Well, I would disagree with you about
or for the franchises,
being integrated
actually.
in the community. So many guys who play for the Denver Broncos end up staying in Denver.
True.
It's a good place to live.
Yeah,
true.
Would you want Charlie Monfort involved with the Rocks? Would you want to have dinner with Charlie Monfort? Would you invite him over to your house? Would you let him around your family?
I'm going first on this one. I like Charlie. Nice person. Has a problem, had a problem. He's said to be clean and sober now, and he wants to get back more involved with the Rockies. I think he is a more personable and more sensible person than his brother. But the combination of the two still scares the hell out of me.
I'll go second here. I would like, instead of having Charlie Monfort more involved with the Rocks, I would like both brothers less involved with the Rocks. I think the biggest problem that exists with that team is they do not have a man between the ownership, man or woman, between the ownership and the people who play and
like a president who knows how to run a sports organization.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep this relatively short. I don't know who Charlie Monfort is. Sorry about that.
Nor do you. Nor do you.
We'll explain after the show. All right, last one. White rice or brown rice?
20
Nate?
seconds. Let's see. It really depends on the evening. If I'm trying to be healthy and I'm trying to make an impression, brown rice is the one.
And if you can turn the white
A vegetarian chick,
What
man.
if you can turn the white rice into sake?
Well then, I heard you had a good night last night, didn't you?
yeah.
I could smell it on your breath from here.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
White rice. For some reason, I don't like the texture of brown rice. It never tastes like it's fully cooked, and I don't like the texture. I'm a texture guy. So I'm going with white rice.
You're a texture guy. You have no
I'm a
class
texture
or
guy.
texture. Oh, it's got to be. When I order, here's what's unfair. You order Chinese takeout, they give you the white rice because they're trying to get rid of it. Les, they don't want it. They want you to take it, so you give it. So I ordered chicken fried rice or beef fried rice. Now that's a taste. And then I take the white rice and I throw it out the window.
Got it?
Okay. So you
See,
like?
aren't you glad you got involved in
I think he
four on
likes
the floor?
Braun. I think he likes Braun.